Okay, welcome to this Zen pop-up. So in this Zen pop-up, I want to talk about why a green screen is good for social sharing. Okay, so you can see me now, I'm on this lovely background, but I'm actually on a green screen. So the green screen is being keying me out, lovely. So I'll actually show you the green screen so you guys can see. 2 seconds and I will just turn off the chroma key for this, and now you can see I'm on a green screen. Now the great thing about this is this means that I am freely floating around on the green screen. So it means if I record a media, it means I can easily key myself out in my editing program of choice, in this case Camtasia, and I can put myself in different formatted videos. So what do I mean by different formatted videos? So let me just turn my chroma key back on and close it down. So what you're going to see now is what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little clip of myself on a green screen, and I'm going to show you what I mean. So different size social channels have different size requirements, such as for instance Instagram, they like the course image, the actual reel, to be square, and it shows the square, but actually when you click it in there, it likes it to be like a mobile format, so that's like portrait. However, like things like YouTube like a nice long one, which is HD, which is what we're on now, 1920 by 1080, that's high HD, or 2K or 4K, or just standard HD. So different size is a different thing. So this, by being on a green screen, it means it gives me flexibility to reuse the footage at different sizes, because I can just key myself out, put myself into that new image, and I know that everything's good. Now as you can see, like I'm in the middle of this. Let me just turn my chroma key on back again. So you can see I'm actually in the middle of this, so I've got a lot of room around me, this side and on top as well. So it means I am actually just self-contained in this bit. Now I could be standing up as well on this if I wanted to. If I put the green screen back and stood up, I'd be standing up. It's a stand-up view. But I always make sure that I've got a lot of space on the top and around me. And I'm also very conscious about going outside of the green screen area, because if I went outside that area, then you wouldn't see that. It would be cut off. And I also, this is really important, don't let your head go too close to the top of the green screen, because that is the last thing you want. It's something I see a lot. If that happens, it means that you'll need to use your full head height on the media for a portrait shot. When you've shot it in landscape, very hard to do. You'd have to use special effects to actually just maybe do a cutout or something. So you're trying to stay self-contained within the green screen to be able to use that media for different social ratio sizes or different size media for social channels. So using green screen is really good for this, because it means that you can take a new background of a different shape, a portrait or a landscape. You can dump yourself straight in there, green screen yourself out so you're nice and clear, and then you can just put any text or those sort of things around it, and it all looks good. So green screen's great for that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you what I mean by jumping into Camtasia and showing you a landscape and a portrait, and show you how I could use myself, because I'm on a green screen, within that. So we're going to jump to that now. So ready to jump into Camtasia? Ready, steady, go. Alright, so as you can see, I've got a bit of green screen going on in here. So I've got this program, Camtasia, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to crop in the side by just clicking in here, holding Alt and dragging in. This will just give me the green screen in position. Notice it's surrounding me completely, but there is a little bit of overlap, so I'm just getting rid of that. So this will allow me to key this out. Now I'm going to change this background. I'm going to right hand click, go to project settings, and I'm just going to change this to a different color. In this case, I'm going to change it to a kind of purpley color here, and I'm going to just, actually I might make it a little bit darker, like that color. Yeah, okay, so that's just the background color just changed. All right, so let me just set it first. That would help. Let me actually set it to like this. That's quite good. Okay, good. And click apply. Okay, so I've got me on here and I'm going to cut myself out so then I can reuse myself. So I'm going to go down to visual tools here. I'm going to just scroll down and remove color. So I'm going to go into the color and then I'm going to choose with the color picker, which is going to open up. I'm going to choose this green and straight away I've been cut out. I'm just going to increase this tolerance slightly in here, but not too much. That's going to give me a nice cutout, and I'm also going to, because this is a little bit dark, I'm going to go into the color adjustments and just make a slight bit of a color change inside here. So nothing too serious going on here. I'm just going to color it and make it a bit brighter. Just increase that a little bit there. And that looks better. So it's a little bit better than it was there. Okay, so maybe it's touch data, sorry. So now you can see that I'm actually in here. Now if I look at the project settings for this, what you're going to see is the project settings for this are actually 1920 by 1080, which is landscape, especially for YouTube, which is mainly where I produce things out. So what if I want to use this same footage for something like a Apple iPhone or something? Well, I can, because look, I'm floating. So if I play this, see, you can see I'm actually just moving around inside here. I'm not going out of frame and having a bit of fun there. But it does mean that I can change this and put this into any shot. So if I decide to change this setting, and even if I put text in here, let's just go and just drag some text in here and just call this Zenler is the best, because we like to say Zenler is the best because it is. So let's go and put that into there and say, right, okay, that would be great as a video. Just gonna bring this in a little bit that side. Okay, so I've got that, I'm nicely centered in there, and I want to produce this video out, and I'm producing it out for HD. So that's right, that's how it's going to run. It's just there. Put my text, any animations, that's all good. So now if I want to produce this out for an Apple phone, or I want to do it in a portrait mode, notice I've got two tracks. One track is the text, the other track is me jumping around. So let me go into the settings again. Let's go right hand click in here, go to project settings. And remember, I would have saved this as an HD version, so 1920 by 1080. But now I'm going to select from my selection options down here. I'm going to select an iPhone, iPhone XS. So you notice all these different Instagram, Square. You know, I'm going to choose this one here, or you can put a custom one in if you know what it is. So I'm just going to choose this one because I just want to show you the flexibility. So now I've done that, I'm going to click apply. Now I've got my footage in here. What I can do is I can put myself down there. I can take the text and move the text and change the position. Or I can even get myself and move myself up and put me in frame there. So you notice now how versatile it is. Now I can output that and it's done. So if I then decide another project setting size, and a size that is commonly used is a custom size, which would be the width of 1080, which is reversing 1920 by 1080. So 1920 in there, and I click apply to this, then it's going to give me that 1920 by 1080 look, and which is common to things like TikTok and all these things. So once again inside there, I would move this text up, and now I could render this out and I would have it for an iPhone. So it's going to play exactly the same. We're going to be jumping around in there, and there you go. So see how having a green screen, we can move all our content around. So we can also replace the background as well. So if I wanted to bring new media in here for the background, I could if I wanted to. So let me just grab some media and just drop it into this backdrop inside here. So hold on a sec, guys. Let me just find some media that's going to work for this. So let's go and grab some background course cards that I've got. So I've got some nice course cards going on inside here. I'm going to grab this one, so it's just a blue. So I'm going to grab this one here, put it in there. So now I'm replacing the background that I set with this blue, but it means that I can go in here and I can just put it wherever I like. So it looks even better. And if I come back to the default size, right click, project settings, go to HD 1920, then and click apply. Now I'm back to what I was at the beginning, and I can set this. I can just go in here and change this image. I can take this text and put it back where it was, and again I can render that out and have it. So notice the flexibility of having you on a green screen. It means you can share yourself to multiple social platforms like that. So hope you've enjoyed this Zen pop-up. It's just a little bit of a look at how you can use green screen and why it's so good for reusing that content for different social platforms.